Hi there, everyone. My name is Jackie Schiffer, and I'm reporting for Pageant Live. I'm joined today by Roxie Baeyens, your Miss Philippines Earth. Roxie, welcome.
Hi, everybody. I hope you are all safe at your respective homes.
We are so excited to have you joining us today. It is evening in my home in New York City, but I know that you are already joining us from tomorrow in the Philippines, and it's a big day for the Miss Earth competition. Tell us what's on deck for you today.
It's our beachwear competition in a few hours, and I'm really excited. This is one of the outfits I was most looking forward to. It has a Filipino touch, so you just have to wait and see.
I was hoping I would get a spoiler, but we'll definitely have to tune in later today and cheer you on. So I know that you are no stranger to pageantry. Can you talk to us a little bit about your background and how you ended up on the Miss Earth stage?
Wow, well, I started in school. When I choose a pageant, it should be something very close to my heart. So I'm a tourism graduate. That's why I joined tourism pageants. And luckily, I was given the privilege to represent the Philippines prior to winning Miss Earth. So it was called Miss Tourism and Culture Universe. And thankfully, I got first runner-up. And I was very young then. I didn't think I had enough already in me to win. But it pushed me further, and since my mom is an environmentalist, I chose Miss Earth this time. So I'm a tourism graduate, that's why I chose tourism pageants, and I am a daughter of an environmentalist, that's why I chose Miss Earth.
Oh, that's amazing. Now, I want to talk to you all about Miss Earth, but before we dive into that, because I know it will be a deep dive, can you explain to our viewers just some of the things that you learned in the other pageants that you competed in along the way?
I learned to be more confident, and that no other lady is your competition. The only competition you have is yourself. If you do well, you'll win. If you don't, then maybe it's just not for you. It's just not your destiny. It's all about believing in the Lord's plan for you, and that's why I keep pushing with my dreams and seeing what happens, going with the flow, and enjoy what I do. Win or lose, I had a great time.
That's amazing to hear. So I do want to talk to you more about Miss Earth. I am very familiar with the Miss Earth organization. I'm the founder of Commit to the Crown Coaching, which is a New York City-based pageant consultancy firm. And so I work with a lot of women here in the United States that are getting ready for the Miss Earth USA stage. But tell me a little bit more about what it's like getting ready for Miss Philippines Earth.
Can I just say Miss USA is so beautiful, your candidate this year, Miss Lindsay
you.
Yes. Well, it was very fun, all the preparations. I actually had to drop my job to do this full time, also together with volunteering for causes for Miss Earth. But it's very fulfilling. I could say I'm at my happiest, and that sense of fulfillment, really, I feel it. There's a light in my heart, and it's quite sad that the competition is coming to an end. If I had the chance to have it longer, I would do that. But no, I just have to make out of the most with what is given to me. So of course, Miss Earth likes the holistic package. So I do not only focus on my advocacy. I learn about other detrimental threats to the environment, such as plastic pollution, the burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, and other aspects such as that.
That's incredible. So I know that you mentioned you needed to leave your job in order to assume the role and responsibility as Miss Philippines Earth. Walk us through what is a typical day in the life like when you're not competing for Miss Earth.
Wow, well, I am a commercial model by profession. So it's a lot of auditioning, it's a lot of VTRs, it's a lot of eating the product and drinking the product over and over again. So, but it was also very fun. I actually do miss it. But as I said, I'm enjoying this more than anything else. So yeah, I'm very committed to Miss Earth right now.
That's amazing. I know that you also mentioned that as Miss Philippines Earth, you were promoting a variety of different charitable causes. What are some of the causes that you've been promoting during your reign?
Yes, well, I am working under the Department of Agriculture and the Department of Environment and Natural Resources here in the Philippines. So there's this thing called the Plant, Plant, Plant program, and that's where I'm more drawn to since my advocacy is urban gardening and agriculture. And amidst this pandemic, a lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of Filipinos could not eat 3 times a day, and poverty is a big thing here in the Philippines. So I thought that if you teach people to learn how to plant and harvest their own food at home, then they could feel that sense of security. So for those who already know how to plant, we just give away seeds, something like this. And then we have like a little guide and then we teach them. Although for those who have no idea about planting, we just give the seedlings for it to have more chance of growth. So it's really, it really does make me happy. And I hope that our Filipinos here would feel that sense of security, go back to the basics, learn to live a more minimal life and sustain themselves through urban planting.
Mm-hmm. I know that the Miss Earth pageant is a huge pride, a huge source of pride in the Filipino community. What has it been like to have this year's Miss Earth pageant go virtual?
Well, I have to be honest, I did have my share of hindrances, just like the other ladies. Of course, it's not the traditional pageant. You have to consider a lot of other things, such as how to look good on camera, or what background should you have. And it used to be just walking on the stage, putting up a smile, answering a question, but now it's more than that. It's a lot of things that you have to consider, but it's more about being grateful of what you have. And I said, virtual or not, this is my dream. I'm still gonna go for it. I know that I could still bloom beautifully wherever I am planted, and if this virtual thing is for me, then I would embrace it wholeheartedly.
No, that's amazing. Now, I know obviously there have been challenges for all of you ladies that are competing virtually from all over the world. Can you think of anything that has really been a positive or a benefit to doing the competition virtually?
Wow, maybe the benefit is that there's not 100,000 or thousands of people staring at you, so it's not less of nerve-wracking for me. But I also do miss that part because it's the one that gives you an adrenaline rush, and who doesn't love a good challenge? So I miss the screams of people. But with having it virtual, it makes me less nervous and just makes me answer the questions better. But I still wanted it to be live. But
I completely understand that. There definitely is a rush and an adrenaline that happens when you're competing on stage. And Miss Earth, for those of our viewers that are not familiar with the pageant, it's not just a single day of pageantry. There are several different events throughout, usually a several-week period that the contestants compete in. Can you speak to some of the different areas that you've competed in and that you will be competing in the next few days?
yes, we're going to have the beach fair competition later, and then after a few days, it's going to be our national costume, and I think that's the last. And then it's our awarding, and then coronation day. So it goes by so fast. It felt like a long 3 months, but it just passed by just like that.
Mm-hmm. Out of all of the different areas that you had to compete in, did you have a favorite?
I would have to say my preliminary long gown competition. Yes, I loved it the most since it was designed by a very famous international designer here in the Philippines, Rian Fernandez. And I had an amazing time working with him, knowing that he has already done a lot of charitable causes as well. So I think our personalities really match, and he has found the perfect gown for me. It was actually inspired by a famous superhero here in the Philippines called Darna. She's quite similar to Wonder Woman, of course, for those who do not know her. And of course, she is a phenomenal woman who defends other people that cannot defend themselves. So it was really pretty superhero-y, and I loved everything about it.
That's amazing that you get to be a superhero as well for the environment. So what are you hoping for with the pageant finale? Any specific goals or anything? Of course, we hope that you're able to take home the crown, but is there a special moment that you're really hoping to have before the competition wraps up?
Yes, well, of course, I do want to win the crown, just like all the other candidates. But I just want to enjoy that day. I just want to see how my performances go out on screen, since it is actually recorded. So I just have to sit together with my family. We're gonna have a mini watch party. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. I just want to be grateful and give back to the people who helped me with this journey, because with the background, with the outfits, it was all out of love, out of help from people who sees potential in me. So it's time. That day is about giving back and saying thank you to the people. Win or lose, I'm gonna be so grateful.
Yes.
But I hope we win.
Well, we are hoping for the best for you as well. I can only imagine what an experience it must be like to sit alongside your family while they're watching you compete on TV, and you're also watching it.
Yeah.
So that'll be a really different experience.
Yes.
I just want to give you an opportunity to talk a little bit about your platform. I know that you're really passionate about urban gardening. Tell us, how can we get more involved in this cause? Obviously, we're tremendously grateful for all of your efforts, but how can we help you?
Yes, well, here in the Philippines, we are giving away free plants, free seeds, but people aren't so aware. Like, what? There are free seeds? Where could we get them? So I think I need help in the way that we have to let more people know that there are programs such as this that would give technical assistance, not only to the people, but to the farmers. So I hope the word spreads even more, and I hope people will be more engaged to urban planting. I'm actually happy because here in the Philippines, it became a trend. So they call people here like me plantitas and plantitos. So when I translate that, that's something like plant aunties and plant uncles. So as Miss Philippines Earth, and I hopefully Miss Earth, this could pave a way to a more inclusive reach. So together with the people who will help me, I could open more eyes to the potential benefits. It will provide food security, help livelihood through sustainability, improve air quality, and of course also boost our mental health. There are so many things, but of course most focusing on food security and embracing having a minimal and sustainable life that will also regreen Mother Earth.
Yes, definitely. You've covered just so much in there. I know that you are an ambassador for Zero Hunger Philippines and a huge lover of animals. Can you share a little bit more about how these two passions serve your life?
Yes, here in the Philippines, there are a lot of fortuitous events, and it's really heartbreaking seeing what my fellow Filipinos are going through. It's not only the pandemic. There are a lot of things that happened this year. Of course, also the Typhoon Rolly. So Zero Hunger Philippines, is an organization that tries to give back to the community who needs it. So those who lost their homes, those who can no longer go back to their jobs or eat 3 times a day. So we're trying to cater with their needs, and I am their ambassador. So I try to look for people who would volunteer or who would give help, give food, or anything that they could do to give back to these people, because they really do need that the most. So it also does give me a light in my heart that at least in a way our Filipinos are catered to, and I just want to let them know that help is always on the way, and they are never alone with instances like this that is happening. And when it comes to my love for animals, I actually have adopted pets, adopted cats, dogs. I also have rabbits, a fish. I have a lot
How
of
many?
pets. Oh my, maybe around 16 pets all in all.
Oh my
17.
gosh.
Yeah, and this is what motivated me to start my Straight from the Heart program, where I am feeding strays and pets in need, as well as uplifting animal rights. Because amidst this pandemic, it was harder for them to access food more than ever. So it was also very fulfilling when I dropped my job. That's the first thing I did. I went out. Before going home here to my city, I was in Manila, the capital of the Philippines, and there are a lot of strays there. So when I go out, 10 cats already are in front of me. So there are a lot to feed. But yeah, we're coping, and they're full. So I'm very happy.
That's amazing. Now, I know that you're super involved, whether it is working on your platform, working within the Miss Philippines Earth organization, or pursuing your career as a professional entertainer. What is next for you after the pageant? Win or lose, what are some things that you'll be looking forward to for 2021?
Definitely, I'm gonna continue working with these organizations and maybe partner with some more. And of course, whenever somebody a cause needs a guest speaker, I would say yes right away. And of course, I have a passion for acting, so maybe I could continue my dream to become an actress or start movies. And in that way, even though I passed the crown, even though I passed the sash, it would be here forever with me. But I could gain a wider audience if I become an actress, and I can still continue my advocacy and let more people know about living a green life and its benefits.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I know that we have had a pretty full morning for you already, but before we wrap things up, is there anything else that you want our viewers to know about you and your work as Miss Philippines Earth?
Yes, well, being a Miss Philippines Earth for me is more than it's more than fulfilling. I wake up in the morning with purpose and go to sleep soundly at night. So I want to let everybody know that there's more to life than just fame, than money, fortune. It's that fulfillment you get, and what the best for fulfillment for me is catering to the needs of Mother Earth, because there is no planet B. By 2030, our actions are already irreversible. So I hope we work in solidarity now to do something for Mother Earth. She blesses us with all the resources, and all she asks in return is preservation. So I hope our global response to this pandemic is also the same response we have to climate change, pollution, and other detrimental effects.
Oh, well, definitely a strong message for us all to consider. Simply put, there is no plan. There is no planet B. Well, Roxie, we will be wishing you all the best as you complete your competition rounds for Miss Earth, and good luck to you.
Thank you so much. I had an amazing time. Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome.
Sending love to everybody there.
Sending love to the Philippines as well.
Bye.
Bye.